Oh man, it's time for 10 minutes with Barb and Ron. Hey Barb, we better get in there and get started.
Oh, hey, here I am, Ron.
Oh,
Here.
good. Oh man, that was, wow, we just got so much going on. It's like we almost forgot.
I know. School started, and so, my mind's a thousand places. So thanks for that reminder. 10 minutes, Barb and Ron.
Yes, yes. So anyway, today's topic, oh man, today's topic is going to be just an incredible topic. It's a topic that you and I have been talking about doing for a long time. And
what might that be?
now we're going to do it. It's the wonderful and great Ohio Leadership Advisory Council. Did I do that? Did I say that right? OLAC?
You said Ohio, but Ohio
Oh,
Leadership Advisory Council. Is that what you said?
well, with my own twang.
So OLAC, right? I know it is OLAC. Is that right?
It is. It's OLAC. And our great friends
Nice.
from OLAC, of course, Carol and Jim and all the rest of their group. They're phenomenal people. And they've got a website that is, I think we just need to talk about it. People need to be using OLAC. Don't you think?
I do. One of my favorite things I did recently was I was just getting in there because they have so many videos and modules and different things. And so I'm like, you know what? I haven't been on lately to see what they have for UDL. And so I got on there and I did see something. I saw a couple people I knew doing a video for UDL. So
You did?
I did.
Okay, well, ooh. You know what? We'll do a search later on that website and maybe we'll come up with those two individuals, see if that really exists and stuff.
Yeah. You'll find two
okay.
videos. Two videos.
Two videos. Wow.
Yeah. So what do you get on OLAC for, Ron? What do you like about the resources on OLAC?
Well, first of all, I love everything about OLAC. The one thing that really comes to my attention is when I want something real, real life. And for example, when I was with State Support Team Region 1, I was always finding OLAC videos that went along with what we were doing with the district leadership team. Whether it was those videos that showed, how the planning process works with a team or with the district leadership team, or whether it was any kind of leadership pieces that I thought would be a good visual and real people in a real district, working with whether it's real kids or real teachers, or everybody's real when I talk about it. I like the realness. I like the fact that it's not fake or anything. It's where the rubber meets the road.
Yeah, that's a great way to put it, because they do go into schools, right? They've gone in and actually videotaped some actual perhaps teacher-based teams meeting. And I know that when I was in Region 7, they interviewed some of the teachers that were talking about shared leadership, what it looked like from a teacher perspective. And so I think it's kind of a great model they have there, where they can get folks, the real folks, like you say, and get them engaged. And it's like you're just talking to one of your friends down the hall or from a different district. You're seeing what it's like.
It is. It's really, really cool, the things that they have. So, for example, I was thinking, Barb, one of the things that we might want to do is slip the website up. Kind of put the website up for a minute or two and show them what that looks like. So, right now, I'm gonna go ahead and put that up for everybody to look at. Okay, so it's been up for a second, Barb, and basically what Barb and I are looking at is the OLAC, Ohio Leadership Advisory Council webpage. And you'll notice in the top right-hand corner, my name's on there, Ron Rogers, and it says explore resources if you'd like. Now, I have logged in. You will want to make an account real quick. Barb, how much do you think it costs?
I'm going to guess it's somewhere between 0 and 0. Am I
Yes,
close?
it's free.
All right.
That's my favorite word. So it's free. Make an account. It takes seconds. Log in. And if you're like me, you'll forget your login each time. So you may have to, hit remind me my password or whatever, and they'll reset it. Takes seconds. And they've got, just on that front page, modules you can go in and look at, webinars you can go and look at, or just videos. And earlier, I think, Barb, you were kind of talking about that video piece.
Can I tell you how I used it recently, Ron?
Please.
As you know, I'm taking some coursework. So I was doing some coursework on leadership, and I pulled from there some resources related to partnerships with families and building, district building and teacher-based teams, and how that shared leadership improves outcomes for kids. So I used it for a class that I was taking.
Oh, wow. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's great to hear. I mean, so even though you may not be at SSTR 7 anymore, or State Sport Team Region 7, you're still using those for your classes. That's amazing.
Yeah. And I think for when districts are trying to investigate this possibility of collaborative team structures, it's a great resource to go to, and just pull out, even if you just pull out a few minutes from a module or from a video, to show your team, to say, hey, this is what I'm talking about when I'm talking about collaborative team discussion. There it is.
And basically that second part, there's a personal learning area where you can take a self-assessment or take a team assessment. And then the part that's really cool for educators, there's a place that you can go in just for teachers, or just for principals, or just for superintendents, or just regional providers. That is so cool. That is just, so let's do the search, Barb. What should I search for? You'd mentioned 2 people I should probably, what's one of their names?
Well, I think if you search for Ron Rogers, you might find something. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'll put in a search for Ron Rogers. Well, Barb, look at that. Video results were 2 videos, and it looks like there's a Ron Rogers and Steve Ramos that talk about universal design for learning, and then there's another video with them on thoughts about universal design for learning in the classroom. So, Barb, you were right. There are a couple characters on there that some of us kind of know.
And talk about natural. You two are natural. Steve, one of our great members of the Ohio UDL Collaborative. You guys were so natural, just chatting about UDL. It was perfect. And you had to do it like in 20 takes, right? Is that right?
No, we did it in 1.
I know. I love it. It's great.
We did, but we had some amazing people there that was making us feel comfortable and stuff. And one of them was Bob Reese, who I'd worked with at Ohio High Point Career Center for many, many years. So, you feel comfortable with folks that you work around, you've been around, and yeah. Steve and I both are talkers, I guess. That's what people say. They say we like to talk. So I don't know. I don't know that I agree, but.
You know what I think would be a great little way to keep growing what's on the website with UDL? Wouldn't it be really cool if they actually did some videotaping in some actual school settings to say, here are some indications, like, what does UDL look like and sound like? Well, here we go. Here's a few ideas. And we could do it without having kids' faces in it. We could do it in a very safe way. But so be interesting. Just a thought for the future.
Maybe when they watch this, they'll think about that. They'll say, you know what Barb was saying? We should kick that around. Maybe they'll kick that around and see what their budget looks like for doing something like that. I can't imagine Bob Reese being very expensive, but So there's a couple things though that I believe Jim and Carol would probably want us to talk about for OLAC. And the first one is they're adding what they're calling quick thoughts, which will be additional points on how people have applied OLAC practices to current challenges. So that's going to be a new section that they're adding. And there's a couple other new sections that I'm just going to throw out there real quick too. So some people are probably already aware, but there's going to be a COVID corner for concepts. And this will be they're gathering resources to assist with remote learning and things. Gold. I mean, they're thinking of great things. These are valuable to our folks in Ohio.
Yeah.
And then there's three things too that they wanted, I think, us to highlight, and that is the new exciting OLAC platform will be launched after Labor Day.
Okay.
Now these are sneak peek stuff. I don't know if anybody knows some of this stuff, but and a new module on trauma-informed practice is now available.
Oh.
Yep. And an updated
Excellent.
OTES crosswalk from OTES 1.2 to 2.0. So exciting things, new things are already on there. Go check it out, go check it out.
Yeah. Now, hey, I just want to make sure because, we have viewers from all over the place, Ron, even Chile. Anyway,
Chile.
What is OTES? What is OTES? You said OTES. What is that?
The Ohio Teacher something, I forget.
The evaluation system.
Yeah, the evaluation.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
The Ohio Teacher evaluation.
Yeah, that's a great thing they have. Yeah.
Yeah, you caught me off guard. I was still thinking OLAC, so.
Oh, yeah, no, that's good. So you mean that their crosswalk, do they have it so that if a teacher has a certain area on the evaluation system that they're trying to strengthen? I think if I remember looking at this before with OTES 1.0, they have resources that you could direct the teacher to review and become stronger in that practice. Is that still a thing?
Maybe. I'm not thinking straight right now, so I'm not positive. You know how it is, Barb, you come out of solid meeting after meetings, and that's kind of, I know I looked at it, and here's what I remember when I looked at it that I loved. I loved the comparison between the 1.2 and the 2.0. That's what I was really looking at when I was looking at it. At that moment, I wasn't looking for resources or anything. I just wanted to know what's that difference? What do we have to change on some of our other crosswalk type things, and what do we need to do different? So I didn't pay any attention to that piece, Barb. I just didn't.
Well, that's okay. Ron, I just love to show people that this is not 10 minutes with Barb and Ron is not scripted in any way, shape, or form. We just ask each other things, and we may know the answer, we may not, and that's okay. We're just here with each other.
And you know what?
There may or may not be reason.
With that said, Ron's out.
Barb better be out.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
YouTube, please subscribe. Like, comment, and share.